CBS Y&R spoilers Monday Fulham AY182026. Welcome back to our channel, besties. Today is an absolutely beautiful day to dive headfirst into the chaotic, mind-bending drama of Genoa City. We are so thrilled to have you here as we unpack every single jaw-dropping moment. Grab your favorite snack, get comfortable, and let's jump straight into the madness. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right now. I am literally shaking, okay? I am filming this while I'm running errands, literally dodging people in the grocery store, all because I just had to jump on here and vent before my brain actually explodes. We need to talk about this now. I cannot even begin to process the absolute, unhinged cinematic mayhem that is currently going down in Genoa City. We are not just watching this show anymore. We are straight up invested with our whole entire souls. I am personally attacked. I am hyperventilating, and my grip on reality is basically slipping away by the second. Send help, because my soul has actually left my body. The audacity of Jack Abbott and Nick Newman right now. It is giving major I cannot even energy, and I am spilling all the tea right now because if I don't, I will combust. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Let me just set the scene because my brain is visibly buffering from the sheer audacity of this plot. So we have to talk about Diane Jenkins Abbott and this voicemail she left for Jack on May 14th. I was mid-skincare when this happened, and I literally smeared charcoal mask all over my white rug because I gasped so hard. Diane, after everything, after catching Jack in bed with Patty Williams on a literal boat, which is honestly so unhinged, leaves him a hopeful voicemail. Bestie, be for real right now. She is having these terrifying, horrific nightmares about Jack approaching her, and yet she is still giving him the time of day. I am screaming into a pillow. Diane is officially on my do not perceive list because how are you going to let this man play in your face like this? But at the same time, I am totally living for the messy, unfiltered emotional train wreck of it all. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but Jack is genuinely the most hypocritical mess on the planet right now. He is straight up manipulating Patty Williams, who, let's not forget, is completely obsessed and unhinged just to get back at Victor Newman. Did I say that yet? Ooh, my brain is mush. Moving on, Jack is basically playing with nuclear codes. He thinks he can just smooth things over with Diane, look her in the eyes, and reassure her that she is the only woman he wants. Like, sir, you are actively stringing along Patty Williams. You are using a deeply unstable woman as a pawn in your billionaire measuring contest with Victor. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity. Jack is out here trying to play the devoted husband while simultaneously orchestrating a catastrophic revenge plot. It is a world-ending tea, and I am here for every single drop of it. And don't even get me started on the vibes with Patty. Patty is not just going to sit there and be used. She is basically a ticking time bomb wrapped in a delusion. The fact that Jack thinks he can control her, genuinely laughable. I am calling it right now, the villain arc is about to go nuclear. Patty is going to realize she's being played, or she's going to take Jack's manipulation as a sign of true love. And it is going to blow up Jack and Diane's fragile little reunion into a million pieces, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update. The stakes are astronomical, and Jack is just casually strolling through the wreckage like he isn't the one holding the match. It's straight up terrifying, and I am so deep in the lore that I am losing sleep over Patty Williams' next move. Wait, I'm glitching? Okay, back to the main event. Because if you thought the Abbott mansion was a mess, we need to cross town and talk about the Newmans. I am literally too unwell to handle the gravity of these events. Nick Newman is spiraling. And I don't just mean a little stressed. I mean he is isolating himself from his entire family, and his obsession with Matt Clark is escalating to a level that is genuinely terrifying. Nick is buckling under the weight of his drug addiction fears, and instead of getting help, he is pushing everyone away. And who steps in? Victor Newman. But does Victor offer a warm hug and a rehab brochure? No, Victor gives Nick this harsh, brutal reality check, basically dressing him down and treating him like an absolute child. I am clutching my chest because the emotional damage is too much. But here is the most insane part, the part that straight up sent me into orbit. Victor is actually unhappy with how Nick, Sharon, and Noah are reacting to the Matt Clark situation, so Victor decides to take matters into his own hands. And Victor talks to Nick like he's supporting him, right? But he's only doing it because Nick is acting exactly like Victor used to act. Victor is basically enabling Nick's toxic, rogue behavior because it validates Victor's own twisted worldview. It's a psychological masterpiece of manipulation, and I am sitting here narrating the chaos like I'm watching a high-octane thriller. Nick absolutely despises being treated like a child by his father, but he's too blinded by his own spiraling paranoia to see that Victor is just pulling his strings. And then we have Sharon and Noah. Oh my God, my heart actually hurts for them. Nick feels like they are treating him like a complete fool. Imagine surviving the absolute hellscape of Las Vegas, the kidnapping, the poison drugs, the sheer trauma of Matt Clark. And then you come home and the person you love is pushing you away because his ego is bruised. Nick is looking at Sharon and Noah, the people who literally risked their lives to save him, and he resents them for seeing him in a vulnerable state. I am crying real tears in my car right now. The ship dynamic is crumbling right before our eyes, and Nick is doing it to himself. He feels judged, he feels weak, and instead of leaning on his family, he's building a fortress of isolation. It's so extra, zero chill, and purely human, but it is destroying me. Wait, I need to pause because I just heard the weirdest background noises, that a siren, or just my own internal screaming. Anyway, random tangent, but did anyone else notice the lighting in Victor's office during that scene? It was so dark and moody, like a literal supervillain lair, which is so fitting but also so dramatic. Okay, snapping back to the tea, we have to talk about Adam. Adam Newman has the absolute audacity to lecture Nick. Let that sink in. Adam, the literal king of crossing every single moral and ethical boundary known to mankind, the man who used to go by Spider and ran underground poker rings, is lecturing Nick about not crossing moral lines? I laughed so hard I choked on my iced coffee. The hypocrisy is astronomical. Nick is sitting there already feeling like a fool, and now he has to listen to Adam play the morality police. No wonder Nick is losing his mind. So what does Nick do? Because he's sick of Victor treating him like a toddler, sick of Sharon and Noah looking at him with pity, and sick of Adam's hypocritical lectures, Nick decides to go completely rogue. He is going to solve the Matt Clark problem all by himself. Bestie, this is the most unhinged, stupid plan in the history of Genoa City. Nick is currently battling a severe drug addiction. His judgment is completely clouded by paranoia and fear, and he thinks he can take on a sociopath like Matt Clark alone. I am physically vibrating with anxiety. We already know from the timeline that Nick ends up crashing his car into a cliff while high, and this rogue decision is the exact catalyst for that tragedy. He is walking straight into a disaster, and we are just forced to watch him self-destruct. I am genuinely spiraling over the choices these people are making. It's like they all woke up and chose chaos. Jack is playing Russian roulette with Patty and Diane, and Nick is playing a deadly game of cat and mouse with Matt Clark while fighting his own internal demons. I am so deep in this lore that my grip on reality is fully gone. I am talking to you guys like Jack and Nick are my real-life neighbors, and I'm just watching them burn their houses down. It is a messy, unfiltered emotional train wreck, and I cannot look away. I am calling it right now. The fallout from all of this is going to be biblical. Manifesting a total collapse of the Abbott and Newman empires because neither Jack nor Nick knows when to stop. Diane is going to find out about Jack's continued manipulation of Patty, and that helpful voicemail is going to turn into divorce papers faster than you can blink, and Nick's rogue mission is going to end in absolute tragedy, leaving Sharon, Noah, and Nikki to pick up the shattered pieces of his life. The stakes have genuinely never been higher, and I am hyperventilating just thinking about the next episode. This specific betrayal of common sense has personally attacked my soul, and I am not okay. Did I even make sense just now? My brain is completely fried. I am so unwell over this show. It has officially become my entire personality. I need to go finish my errands before I literally start screaming in the parking lot. But you guys, please, tell me I am not the only one completely losing it over Jack and Nick's and Hinge choices. We are in for the ride of our lives. Stay safe, besties. Okay, love you. Bye.